And we're back with the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Sherry here this week with Violet Hausthor and our special guest DJ, Jon Carroll. And you just heard the Valley Moonstompers Society with Red Capes. And we started out with the Alchemystics, Let Them Know. So the Valley Moonstompers Society out of East Hampton, Mass. This is a 2024 tune. I'm a fan of ska, and I just really love the way they use the horns in particular in this tune.
Yeah, that reverb at the end especially, ooh, it's perfect. It's exactly what you want to sort of close out that song. It's beautiful.
That was a very well thought out and fun approach, but deliberate as well by Chris Ball, who plays bass with Valley Moonstompers. I guess the majority of the bench of the Moonstompers, at least the founding members, were indeed and are indeed here in East Hampton. Chris Ball pretty much helmed the composition of that tune as well as produced it at his place up in Greenfield.
Is that a vibrating piece of sheet metal they use in there?
Yeah, it was exactly that.
Awesome.
I thought so.
Chris is probably, of all the folks that I hang with, play with here, and he plays with, a variety, myriad groups, but he plays in my band. He has global knowledge of all sorts of genres as well as just instruments, but he knows more about the 60s and the 70s music than I do, and I grew up in the 60s and 70s. I think we have a give and take because I bring just experientially my exposure to things that were actually ska back in the day. Chris really knows what those records sound like and went for it. Did all sorts of wonderful little mini hacks to get it to sound exactly like those ska records. Of course, yeah. Moonstompers do everything from dubstep, rocksteady,
and you're going to get a chance actually to hear the Valley Moonstomper Society at the Marigold Theater in East Hampton, Mass. The third Thursday of every month there. Right now they're scheduled and that would be coming up March 20th.
And those guys, man, you got Gershon Rosen, Justin Esiason, Jeff Fennell, Kat Rapaki. They are so much sincerely authentic along those lines of just horn-based stuff. It's a joy, they kill it.
And we started out that block with the Alchemystics, Western Mass. This is actually 2011 tune called Let Them Know. And that is such a great blend of reggae, rap. It's a fun tune.
Yeah, this one's an absolute classic. They've been playing around for years, really digging into their sort of reggae, world music, hip hop scene, and it just works so well.
It really does, Violet. They were and are well known in the Valley and beyond. They were one of the first groups that I saw when I first moved up here. I spent a lot of time at Bishop's Lounge
in Northampton, Mass.
In Northampton, I would go to my brother-in-law's restaurant, Sierra Grill, and then go upstairs to Bishop's and see all these guys play. And I think I saw Chris play there in the first place. I saw Dan Thomas there originally. The Alchemystics, though, were playing down at Gate City Arts. I went down and saw them there, and Chris was playing with them as well that night, and they knocked me out. It just was so sure-handed and so up. Their spirit was where it should be for that music, which was, this is a party. This is a party, and we're grooving.
Our next block, we've got a couple of tunes. One is by Adam Dunetz, and we're starting out by your tune, Jon, Your Hook, off your brand new album. Let's hear Your Hook, Jon Carroll.